This is what it's for. This is called therapy, guys. This is not just flying, it's called therapy. And the Neo gives you some great therapy. And don't hit your neighbor's house. That is rule one. Guys, this kit, I've got more from this specific kit than all of my drones I've ever owned. I think this thing has offered me more, you know, than as far as value. I fly more, I enjoy it more. I'm not worried about crashing as much. Right, dead random here. I look like hell. That's because I've been recovering from a surgery, but this is my remedy, the DJI Neo. So some of you guys keep asking me questions about the Neo. You say, you know, that it's having trouble, that there's problems. Guys, I don't have problems with the Neo. I don't know what is the hype. You just have to, you know, fly it, you know, manually. I told you guys, flying manually is kind of the key to this thing. Can you fly with a controller? Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Yesterday I was flying 7-inch, well, no, 6-inch. I take that back, 6-inch. The Vapor by GEMFAN, and I've just been flying close to home. You don't have to go and, you know, miles away. You know, you can get your drone up close to home. I've got to rebind this. I'll be flying in manual today, and I'm going to fly with the goggles N3. And we got the drone already. All right, so I don't know why my controller is saying it's not connected, but the goggles are connected, so that's weird. But if you notice, I've got 5 blades on. 5 blades give me a little bit more, of a subtle sound. It's not as crazy sounding with the 5 blades. So, all right, we need to get Steve is kind of going whack job right now. But I don't know why my controller is not connected. Let's make sure it's weird that the controller. There we go. We got solid greens. So we got solid greens on the N3. We got solid greens on the goggles, and we're in 4x3 mode. Remember, 4x3 is the key. 4x3 is the key. And we're gonna take it for a manual flight. I'm gonna take off manually, take off in manual. Let's go down. See if we can get some. Remember, we have to get satellites. Oh, we got satellites. See, sport mode, that's not good. So we want to change. Why am I having to change this to sport mode every time? Well, controller, custom mode. Okay, custom mode has to be manual mode. There we go. There we go. There we go. We had to do it. We had to do it. There we go. All right, let's fly. Okay, so I'm just bringing the sticks in. Well, I guess not. All right. All right, we just whacked it out here. That was a terrible takeoff. Let's do that over. Let's do it one more time. All right. All right, we are back. All right, manual mode. Here we go. Motor starting. I don't know why that was so hard. I have no idea why that was so hard. Oh, there we go. But there's hardly any wind, so it's important that you fly. And the sound is so much better. Guys, I don't know how. Anytime you take off with a new aircraft, you're always subject to So this thing's got a lot, you really got to get it high. This thing is going to not give you much recovery. Let's go up here. Sucked half the battery out just getting started. I don't know where this battery was when I started today. So get some altitude with the Neo, but learn to fly manual, that's for sure. It's so smooth. And for you guys out there that have had convinced me to take off the master Airscrew props and put the GEMFAN props on, they're much cheaper. And gosh, this just reminds me of how fun the Neo is. Just such a pleasant little bird to fly. Once you get it up, it's pretty amazing. And with the N3 and the goggles 3, you just get a great combination of DJI technology, and you just get to get the most out of the Neo. You get way better flight performance. Let's go behind the house. I haven't been behind the house much, have I? So let's do a little sport flying around the no-fly zone. And do a little fun punching around. There's my neighbor's house right there. Explore the neighborhood and the dead random, there's the stop sign, the deadly stop sign. I have yet to hit that. We're just gonna do laps around the backyard. This is what it's for. This is called therapy, guys. This is not just flying, it's called therapy. And the Neo gives you some great therapy. And don't hit your neighbor's house. That is rule 1 about keeping a good relationship with your neighbor, is to not hit their house. You can go to this house because this is my in-laws' house, and such a great little drone. Everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna fly the Pavo Pico or whatever the friggin' drone is, and the Neo. This is Neo in manual mode. You guys, you can really just rip the Neo. Just gotta you can't get close to stuff. You can't recover at 2S, so. But you can really get ripping around your yard. And you know where ripping around the yard ends up? It ends up with a drone in a tree. That's the one thing that's happened before. And you end up with a tree drone, especially when you get down low. There's my neighbor right here. She's awesome too. So you can fly over your neighbor's house that like you. It's a rule. And the neighbors you don't know, you just stay. We could do a little roof inspection right there. I think it's time to maybe bring her in. Okay, remember I am at 37%. And when you're at 37%, you just bring it home. And there's Dad Random right there. And I'm gonna land right in front of me. All right, success. All right, Dad Random. And the DJI Neo ripping around the yard this morning. You got to put the GEMFANs on. Get the GEMFAN props on there. She's going to fly way better. And it's like I said, that is just the best therapy you can ever have. And it's the most fun you can have for the lowest cost. So, right. N3 goggles, love them. and the DJI Neo. How long did that take me? I don't know. After I crashed it in front of you guys, pretty embarrassing with that, about doing that. Anyway, dead random is still flying. I'm actually flying more that I'm in recovery mode. But guys, this kit, I've got more from this specific kit than all of my drones I've ever owned. I think this thing has offered me more, you know, than as far as value. I fly more, I enjoy it more. I'm not worried about crashing as much. And it's just a great kit. You know, it's kind of like the trusty Pocket 3, you know. So, yeah, dead random. DJI Neo, back in the saddle, but we've got the GEMFAN 5 blades. Take off those freaking master Airscrew props. This thing is just so much smoother with the 5 blades. There's no question. Now, if we can get rid of these fins in the props, we'd get more propulsion. They have to redesign this and take out some of that, you know, we don't mind the prop guard, but we need to get those fins out of there. Maybe a carbon fiber base would be great, but be careful when you're putting these on. Don't over tighten your screws. Great video. It's going to be awesome. Gyro flow, stabilization, and the DJI Neo, the inexpensive N3 gear. Pick up one of these controllers and you can fly all day. All right, later, Dad, random.